Hi, I'm CJ Altenberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. We appreciate you tuning in. Today we're being joined by Ben Jansen, president of Cimarron Trailers.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us, Ben.
You bet. Glad to be here and do some videos with you.
Absolutely. So today we're not going to talk about anything completely out of the ordinary, but we haven't really inventoried a 4-horse bumper pull for a little while, and it was something we wanted to bring back in. We just didn't want just a standard 4-horse bumper pull. We wanted it to be something that's got a lot of options and a very well-equipped trailer. So that's what we got here today.
Absolutely. You've got a very well-equipped 4-horse bumper pull that really complements your other customer base here, which is your RV side of your business.
Absolutely.
With the big motor coaches and motorhomes, and Transwest is kind of one-stop shop for that. You know, whether it's a small RV or a large, top end, you've got everything in between, and this is the perfect complement to that. Somebody that wants to live the equestrian lifestyle and travel with their horses but needs more room than a traditional living quarters. So this trailer is really well equipped for that customer.
Yeah, and our thought process behind it when we were putting this trailer together is we almost wanted, with that in mind, an RV in front, and then what do we do on the back? I mean, we wanted it to be almost equipped like an LQ from that point backwards. We wanted a lot of tack, we wanted a lot of storage, but again, a very, very well-equipped trailer. And first and foremost, I mean, we started off with an 8-foot wide trailer. We made it a little bit taller. I mean, we went 7.4 tall on this trailer. And again, try to give you a lot of storage on this setup.
Absolutely. As we walk around, we'll see a lot of those features, but one of the big things you have to do when you build these bumper pulls for the big motor coaches and to take the torque and the strain those buses put on them is we start right up here at the hitch. And we've outfitted this with a 20,000 pound coupler, and that's way overkill for what's needed compared to the standard Bulldog 2 5/16 coupler. But this is a 20,000 pound rated hitch that's adjustable, so we can set 25,000 pound. We can set this to any height that's necessary based on the RV. And we know there's a lot of adjustable couplers and hitches out there, but this just helps reinforce and give you the extra strength you need for those big torque type of tow vehicles.
Absolutely.
Along with the equalizer hydraulic jack. I mean, you buy a trailer this nice, you don't want to be out here hand cranking it. You turn the key and push the button.
It's very nice to be able to just push a button up and down it goes, for sure. And as we make our way to the tack room here, again, what we wanted was a good size setup for you. Something that not only can you carry a lot of tack, but there's also a lot of floor space in here if you are carrying a lot of other stuff with you when you're traveling. So that's kind of the thought process on how we set this trailer up. But then we also try to come up with some different things. We're always trying to come up with innovative things and let's take advantage of some space. We understand that there's always a nose. This is a radius nose, so it's not a very abrupt point that you see a lot of competitors have. But we just thought, hey, what else can we do up here? So we went ahead and wanted some shelves, and Cimarron did a great job on building these to match the radius of this nose, but just gives us some additional storage.
Yeah, anytime you can free up some of that floor space, it's going to help you organize all those little things, and you did that well with these shelves in here.
Absolutely. And one thing we try to do is we try to keep this spare really close to the door. We understand that we don't want to get it buried clear on this back wall when you're loaded with stuff. If you do have to change a tire, it is closer to the door itself. Yep, we've got a battery disconnect. Again, that's the battery for that jack, and then we've got that disconnect, so when you park this, we can just flip that kill switch if, for example, we hear it time and time again, maybe somebody bumped a manger light and left that on, and all of a sudden this battery's dead when you go to hook it up. This way we can just kill this whole trailer as far as power goes. And we went ahead and put a 4-tier saddle rack in here on a removable post. It's set at a really good angle. It's off the wall. Really easy to get saddles on and off of this.
Yeah, and the Cimarron saddle racks are all adjustable, so you can raise those up and down or even add a 5th one on the post. That saddle rack's an aluminum extrusion we designed, and we've got this, what we call our withers block here, that molded piece, and that helps keep any of the saddles rolling off of there. It's been a great design change a couple of years ago. Moving over to the partition wall, all of it carpeted, keeps it really clean from bridles rubbing on here, and you've got plenty of hooks. about 30 hooks on this wall, I think. So plenty of bridle space, bags.
And on a lot of our inventory trailers, we go in and we carpet the whole partition wall. I mean, we understand we don't want, your tack getting scuffed up or doing any type of wear to it, and the same thing on the wall. So that's something we do quite a bit on a lot of our inventory trailers.
Protects those expensive bridles and bits.
Absolutely.
It also protects this trailer, and it also reduces the sound. The horses aren't going to hear all those bridles banging and clanging on there.
Yeah, for sure. And then we went ahead and just put a corner water tank. We're big fans of the corner water tanks. One, because it's, that's 25 gallons of water you can take from home with you. But the other thing too is you always got to think about, traffic jams or waiting in line somewhere, and maybe you get somewhere and you need to water some horses. Well, it's right there for you. I mean, you literally, it's right by the door. You got a hose there. You can use a ball valve, fill up buckets, water horses. And again, it's just really nice and handy to have on these trailers.
The convenience of that, and as we all know, horses like to drink that water from home, at least first, best. So
absolutely.
Put the big door on here, makes it easy to get in and out. 42-inch wide door. Makes it very accessible. And then our swing out blanket tree as well. So that's on a gas shock. There's nothing you have to unsnap or unhook. One hand. Like to design things that are easy to use.
Absolutely.
And you always have something in your hand when you use these trailers. If you can grab with the other hand, you're good to go.
Rather than setting it down, it's just very easy to use. Absolutely. As we kind of work our way back here to the stall area, I mean, there's a couple things on this one here. Again, this is a very well optioned trailer. We do this a lot on our big LQs, but we do the drop windows on the tail side. On this one here, we did it at every stall. I mean, just again, creating a lot of airflow through there and keeping our animals nice and cool.
Exactly, and you built this trailer to go into a lot of different climates. I mean, your clientele with a big motor coach is probably going to travel.
Yes.
Maybe they're here or in the mountains, and then in the winter they're going to Arizona or Texas. So fit in different climates, you can get more airflow with all these drop-down doors.
Yeah, so absolutely. And one thing that we've been doing, and we do this typically on our bigger trailers, but like on these 8-foot wides, we like to go ahead and put that amber turn signal in there. It's just, I mean, again, it is a wider trailer. For the most part, could be, even if you're hooked up to a pickup, this is a pretty good size rig, nose to tail. And then if you incorporate it with a motorhome, I mean, you're talking really long nose to tail. And as we're changing lanes or doing anything like that, this is a nice little signal in the middle of the trailer.
It's a great safety feature for sure. And I mean, not only are you going to see it in your truck mirror, that car beside you is going to see you're wanting to move over and hopefully yield to you for sure. So it's a great safety feature. Small expense and a great safety feature.
Absolutely. And we do have our marker lights on the fenders here, but that is an additional just big marker light as you're going down the road too.
Marker light and turn signal there both.
Now this trailer here, we went ahead and we put this on 2-inch blocks to just kind of pick it up a little bit more.
Yep, we've raised it up 2 inches, give you more ground clearance. We know with the dynamics of a long bus type RV and the dynamics and physics of the leverage of the trailer up and down, with this raised up, you're going to be less likely to drag the back of the trailer.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we also upgraded to 14-ply tires on this. We understand it's a bigger trailer, it's a bigger box. We can put 4-head on here. No reason to skimp on tires.
No, that's a small price, an upgrade, but a lot more capacity in your tire. You're going to run 110 PSI on these tires. I've had that same tire in my last 3 trailers and just been really pleased with the performance of those tires.
Absolutely. And your vendor that Cimarron uses, Lion's Head. Tell us a little bit about that.
Lion's Head Tire and Wheel, they've got a great warranty on the tires and the wheels. There's a roadside assistance program that comes with every trailer. There's a no questions asked warranty for 1 year, 2-year warranty on the tires themselves. Just a great vendor. They take care of issues if there are any. They're also filled with nitrogen. All those tires are filled with nitrogen instead of regular air. That's going to hold a more consistent PSI. And especially a day like today when it's 50 in the morning and heating up to 90 today, you want that PSI to be consistent.
Absolutely. And because of this setup, and we'll kind of show you why we've got this one big single door, but as you can see, I mean, that is just a big, massive opening. It's really inviting for horses jumping in and out. And again, just a lot of space right there.
Yeah, that big door is really inviting. Like you said, horses load really easily in that large door. They're going to unload as well. Also, with this 2-inch lift, some customers may want to add a ramp depending on their horses and their experience. A ramp is an easy add-on to any Cimarron trailer. You guys frequently do it here at your shop here at Transwest too.
Absolutely, it's very easy. We usually keep a lot of 6'10" wide and 8-foot wide rear ramps on hand. We do carry 1.76 kind of on hand at all times, just because it's, for the most part, we have a lot of the 6'10" to 8-foot, but we like to keep that 7.6 around in case we have a customer that needs it. But it is very simple. We remove the rubber ramp, or the rubber bumper right there. It attaches to the back of the trailer and folds up right over the back of this whole setup, even with this easy angle ladder that we'll show you here in a second. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of easy add-ons like that we can do after the fact.
And you get my favorite in there, the bar type dividers. Instead of our traditional solid dividers, you've got the extra airflow in those dividers. I think that makes it more inviting for the horses, especially if they're seasoned horses are used to be around their barn buddies. They can, first of all, they're more comfortable because they can see visually, and then there's more airflow through that trailer. I think it just opens up that whole environment for them.
Absolutely, and we went ahead and did the stud divider at stall number 1. So again, even if you're not hauling 4-head and you want to use some additional storage, you can use that first stall there. It keeps everything just nice and not getting underneath horses in transit.
Yeah, if you've got a young one that needs to be by himself, you can put him up there, or an old one that's cranky, you can put him up there, or just the extra storage space if you don't want to put hay up top, or whatever else you're hauling. But, with all these windows down, and there's a lot of airflow through here. It's very comfortable in here, along with our insulated roof. That makes a big difference on the horses.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's just a slight breeze here today. We're pushing over 90 out here on this asphalt, and it's a lot more comfortable standing in here now than we were just out there on that asphalt.
Yeah, for sure.
But a lot of that has to do with how we set it up, with the big drop windows that Cimarron does, with the big drop windows on the tail side, with these airflow dividers. But also, a lot of that has to do with the roof that you guys use on these trailers.
Yeah, that roof with an R3 thermal value, it's a 1/2 inch thick. It's really a thermal barrier compared to our competition that uses aluminum roof. It just far surpasses what they have to offer. And the benefits from the small hail that bounces off of it to just the temperature it keeps in here for the animals is well worth it.
Yeah, and we always like talking about it, but what we're standing on, tell us about the floor.
The floor, industry strongest floor, tongue and groove put together. They're 12-inch wide aluminum extrusions with what we call a V hollow truss in the middle. Once that hollow is welded to our exterior rails, you basically have a structural tube every 12 inches. The way our floor is designed, you have supports every 4 inches underneath it, so you always have a horse's hoof standing on a structure. They're not standing on flat sheet between I-beams. We firmly believe in it. It's really the foundation on which the trailer's built.
Absolutely. Yep. Start with the strongest floor and work your way up from there.
Right.
So. And the one thing that I really love that you guys do is again, we try to eliminate metal to metal contact, so we're not making as much noise in these trailers, but also everything is radius, or it's flush to the wall. There's nothing protruding. There's no 90-degree angles. There's no sharp edges in these trailers.
Right. Well, we're hauling horses in here, and they're an investment. They're a lot of money and time and passion wrapped up into that. We want to make it as safe as environment as we can for them. And the unique thing about aluminum trailers is we get to design all the shapes of the aluminum that we purchase. And so we have over 100 different shapes, different extrusions of what we build our trailers from. That number continues to grow as we get new and fun ideas. But with that said, we can put radiuses in everything. Instead of designing just a square corner, we put a big 1/2 inch radius on it so that there's not a sharp edge for a horse to rub hair off of. Just make it safe, and again, reducing the metal to metal contact. Our divider latches, that is an adjustable stainless steel U-bolt. That's going to latch into our plastic here on the wall. And once that's latched in there, I'm moving this trailer and there's no sound.
Absolutely.
So anything we can do to reduce noise, reduce the heat, that reduces stress on the animals, so they're better to perform when they get there.
Absolutely. And the other thing that I love about those paddle latches too is it's also safer for us.
Yeah.
You're loaded, you can easily walk up here, and you're away from everything up here. We're not having to unpin anything. It's just very easy to shut them in and open them up and get horses unloaded as well.
Yeah, again, trying to make things one-handed and easy to use. anything that's easier to use is going to be more enjoyable to use.
For sure, absolutely. The other thing we've done is we've gone in and we've upgraded to the OptiBrite lights. So, you know, LED lights, they put off a lot of lighting in here. Just gives you a lot of coverage. We've got LEDs all the way around this trailer, but we've gone in and done that as well. Okay. We mentioned the easy angle ladder. We do have a hay rack on this trailer here, but we've gone in and we've pretty much strictly gone to these easy angle ladders rather than the bolt-on, and it's just because of the ease of use. I mean, as you can see, Ben just picked up and extended it, and now instead of me having to go straight up the side of this trailer, now I can easily go up that ladder. I mean, I've shown a lot of hay pods taking the camera myself and going up there one-handed on the ladder, and if it was a bolt-on, I couldn't do that.
No, it's so much safe compared to the straight up ladder. I mean, climb up here real easy one-handed and get to the top of the trailer, and then it's easy to use. There's no latches to have to put together. Again, just simply slide it up there, line it up, and it's locked and ready to go.
Yep, you're ready to go down the road.
Yep. You bet.
And again, even if we wanted to add a rear ramp to this trailer, it'll go over, it'll attach, you know, where the rubber bumper is, and it'll fold up over that.
Yeah, that bumper comes off, it mounts with a 5-inch channel. It takes your shop a couple hours, and they'll have you on the road.
So again, we kind of mentioned about that big back door, and one of the main reasons why is we have mainers on this trailer, but you also get the broom closet on the back here. Just some additional storage.
Additional storage, great for those pitchforks, brooms, any additional items that you don't want to put up in that front tack room, maybe that stuff that stays dirty.
Absolutely.
You can put buckets back here, feed. It has its own light as well.
Yep. We put some hooks in there if you wanted to hang some stuff.
You bet.
Nice thing is it can be locked too, just like the tack door, just like the main doors, just like every door on this, and it has the same key. So
same key, front to back.
Absolutely. So right here we've got the drop windows down, and this is another thing that I absolutely love about Cimarron's is just how big you guys make these drop down windows and how much airflow we can get through there. And on top of that, the strength of these drop down windows.
Yeah, we build all this in-house. It's all of our design. We build this, and we maximize that space for that drop-down window. I mean, we're talking about horses here and their heads. There's a lot less expensive ways to build horse trailers, and that's to buy a pre-made drop-down from, you know, just a window supplier.
Yep.
We don't choose to do that. We build them ourselves. We maximize that space. Put the latch in the middle of it so it's easy to reach. All of our latches have got adjustable striker plates, so that you can keep these doors adjusted for years down the road. I mean, they all should work good when they're new, but we want it to work good 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. Again, the bar grills is our design. They're really simple to use. Lift that door up, let that out of the track. The thing I love, again, there's no cables, there's no latches. It's all just simple mechanics, and it's quiet. You know, there's not stuff rattling around. You're not going to worry about horses chewing on this or tearing those up. That's a heavy-duty bar grill.
And like you just showed right there, I mean, if you stop somewhere and need to throw some, you know, feed or water or anything, it's really easy to get to by just popping those down. So, and like Ben mentioned, you know, those prefab windows. I mean, I tell everybody, I mean, I can show them on a trailer, I can get it, and I don't even have to get a hold of it. I just hold it in my hand, and I can wiggle the whole window. And you know, you just think about, boy, all it takes is one horse to hit that when it's down, and then you're having to replace a window. You know, these guys here are so big and stout, and these are going to last you a long time. These are going to be opened every time you use this trailer.
Well, that's what I tell customers. I mean, look at the stuff you're going to use every time you use a trailer. You're going to open up doors. You're going to close dividers. You're going to access your mangers. So you want a product that's going to handle the years of abuse and use. Again, all of them built in-house. We've got, you know, our weld-on hinges that another extrusion we've designed. They're welded on. It's not a rivet that's going to loosen up or bolt. They've got grease certs on them, so you can keep those hinges greased and operating for years. You know, then we've got our manger doors. Again, we build these manger doors ourselves in our shop. Our craftsmen build these. This trailer actually has 3 mangers, and then the access door is really neat. It has a manger on it too. But with the axle placement, we've got one of the large doors. This has 18-inch deep mangers, so I've actually put bales of hay in here before rather than go up top. You can get bags of feed in here, any of the water buckets, Just a great storage space for lawn chairs and all that extra stuff you end up taking with you.
Absolutely. And then if we can, we always try to incorporate one of these larger doors if we can, because it's just so nice to be able to get things in and out.
Yeah.
And then like you mentioned, Ben, here on this first one, I mean, we've got the manger, built into the door itself.
Yeah. We do this on a lot of our big living quarters, and like you said earlier, this trailer, because it's probably going to go behind a motorhome, you wanted those features, just all that extra storage.
Yeah, absolutely. And even though this is just a single manger in this attached to this door, you'll notice that tube in there, and that's not the back of this trailer as well in those other mangers. So if you are trying to clean stuff out, you put water to it, it'll drain right out of the trailer, so you can just make everything nice and easy cleaning this trailer up.
For sure.
Anything you want to add on this trailer, Ben?
Just a great piece, especially if you're in that RV coach market, or looking to maybe you've got a 3-horse now, need to haul an extra horse, a 4 horses. Way to go.
Yeah, if you're looking for a 4-horse, a lot of extras, like Ben said, behind a motorhome, or even if you're just looking for a 4-horse bumper pull with a lot of extras and a lot of storage, if you're hauling a lot of stuff, this is a really good setup.
Yeah, and it's built. We talked about the hitch earlier. Look at that tongue. That's an 8-inch channel tongue. I mean, we've built many of these through the years, and we know how to build them right to handle the abuse they're going to take with those big coaches on the front of them.
Yep, absolutely. So if you're interested in this trailer right here, you can reference stock number 5N200-535. It's a 2021 Cimarron Norstar 4-horse bumper pull. We've also got 2s and 3-horse bumper pulls. I think we're in the process of building a 5-horse bumper pull for a customer right now.
You bet.
But we can completely customize these as well. So it's just not what we have sitting here. If you want something a little bit different, we can dang sure do it. So
that's what we enjoy.
So if you have any questions and you want to talk about this trailer or anything else, give our sales team a call, 303-684-3400. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us, Ben.
You bet. Thanks.